Peter Chang here for Macho Cave TV, and today we're going to go ahead and unbox the Corsair AX850 Power Supply. And this is actually a really decent power supply. It's nice and quiet. It's got the gold standard certification. And what makes this power supply different from other power supplies is that it's not only is it's got great capacitors and good components, but it's also a modular power supply. Modular power supply just basically means that you could place in cables as you need them and pull out cables if you don't need them, so that they don't clutter up your entire computer case. And for a nice mid-range case like the Antec 900 gaming case, a modular power supply is pretty neat, because this way you don't have some of the extra cables clogging up some of the airflow, so you don't have any of those kinds of issues with your system. So the Corsair actually does a really nice job packing the case together. There's actually a little slit here. We just have to break that open here, and we could pull our power supply straight out. There we go. Let's go ahead and just pull that out. Here we have the power supply manual, and our power supply is actually in this foam wrap here. What's interesting is that the power supply comes with a carrying case, and I've honestly never ever traveled with a power supply in the carrying case. I don't even know why Corsair actually bundles this stuff with the carrying case. It's just a little gimmick, I suppose. So let's go ahead and pull out our power supply. And what's cool about here is you can see this is where you plug in the modules in there. And let's go ahead and just do a little test fitting to see how well this works here. Just move the box out of the way. There we go. And you see in my Antec case, not a whole lot of room to maneuver, but once again, it should work out pretty well for this case here. And you notice that the power supply has a fan. Anytime you have like a smaller case, you have the option of actually putting the fan face down, but you should, and if you have a smaller case that doesn't have any ventilation from the down area, you should turn the fan around. You should turn the power supply upside down so that the fan blows out on top, as I've done with this Antec 900 case. If you step up to the Antec 1200, you could actually turn the fan down, or also if you use a Cooler Master half case, you could also turn the fan down as well too. Now on the back of the case, it just requires just 4 case screws for you to securely install and align the case back in there together. So that's all I'm going to do is just install in for the cases in there. Now the Corsair AX850 actually comes with 4 case screws, as I found out later when I was editing and watching this video. Inside the box there's actually 4 case screws. The 4 case screws that I'm using are actually from my Antec box of case screws. So in case you're wondering, like if you bought this in here and you have it at home and you're like, hey, that should be a little bit easier screwing this one in, it is actually. The included case screws are much nicer, and it does hold everything a little bit better. But just so you know, I'm just go ahead and just installing this one in. I like to install my parts in the crisscross pattern, so just diagonal patterns from each other. And the reason why I do this is that it has a tendency to hold the top in and then the bottom right hand side in, and it just kind of pulls the case or the power supply a little bit closer so it's more aligned to the flush panel of the case. So now I just need one more case screw and I am all set. Here we go. Last case screw on this side. Oops. And the I believe this this particular case screw is misaligned. It's a little bit smaller than the other case screws, so this one has a tendency to just kind of pop straight out. And if you look on the right hand side, that's actually my Noctia DH or NX DH14 case fan, and I've actually installed the case fan limiters to those fans so that the computer would actually run a little bit quieter. And that's it for this install and how-to video. And I just want you to remember that everything matters. And thanks for watching this video. Take care now.